So, question for you. Would you like a free trip to Mars with Elon Musk company SpaceX? That's the subject of today's video. And check out this. This is an actual advertisement. Get ready uh, for the ultimate college hoops experience and a chance to go to Mars. For real. I'd love to subscribe. Um, when I first saw this, I'm just like, wait. Is this real? Is this a joke? No, it's actually real. This is on their account. I guess they had @sports, their account over on Twitter. If you actually look at their business account here, it says X launches X bracket challenge with a trip to Mars on the line. X bracket, and I guess this is going to be with Uber Eats, so I guess they're into this. I don't know. This just feels like false advertising to me. Now, this is not anything unusual for Elon Musk companies. They like to promote their products and things that they can't do, meaning that they, capabilities that they can't do all the time. I mean, they can't go to Mars. I know Elon Musk will say differently, but they're literally having this prize of go to Mars. I'll read it here. X is launching its X Bracket Challenge with the ultimate grand prize on the line. Basketball fans can now compete for a chance to win a trip to Mars. Yes, that's right. A trip to Mars on SpaceX's Starship vehicle for the perfect bracket, or a $100,000 cash prize if there is no perfect bracket. Uber Eats is proud, be the proud title sponsor of the bracket challenge. I don't know who's signing off on this stuff. It says the 2025 NCAA basketball tournament fans can go out and fill the brackets directly on X. This is the other things. I guess grand prize, perfect bracket wins a trip to Mars on SpaceX Starship vehicle, right? But they don't have the capability of that. So it's like, shouldn't this be false advertising? Or alternatively, SpaceX will offer the perfect bracket winner $250K, 1 free year of Starlink, a chance to train SpaceX astronaut for a day, send your personal item of choice to SpaceX Falcon 9 launch. Oh, I see. So if you just want to launch something in the space, I guess you can do that. Be it a teddy bear or Tesla or whatever. Maybe Elon Musk. Could you put Elon Musk on that? That's interesting. No, but he's not your personal item of choice. So I guess you couldn't do that. And you get a VIP viewing of a Starship launch. So I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Is this false advertising? Now, I'll just say this. Elon Musk is none too popular these days. There was a representative actually in Congress recently yelling about Elon Musk. Why isn't he showing up to hearings? Have a listen to this.
To no longer being of significance and resort to saying you will do whatever Elon Musk and Donald Trump tell you to do. Where's the independence of the committee? Where's the legislature? We're an equal branch of government. And you start off with a blather, and yet look at the empty seats here. Where's Elon Musk? I'm sure he's a genius and is a very credible person because of the wealth he's accumulated. But that does not put him above the law or the responsibility to come before this committee in this Congress. If he's so great, if these plans and all the fraud and abuse that he's found are so eminent, why isn't he here explaining it? You know why. Because he's out to privatize Social Security. He's been on television the last couple of days talking exactly about Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and what he intends to do. Privatize it.
So I wanted to show you that because if you feel like, yelling at Elon Musk all day, every day of all the crazy stuff that he's doing, just know that you're not alone and know that you're in the right community. I just try to keep it sane and real, guys, because in this absurd world of people offering you free trips to Mars, you're just like, wait, what? On top of that, I honestly wouldn't trust anything with Musk companies. This just came out also today. Tesla Cybertruck deliveries are on hold as trims are flying off the, quote, bulletproof truck. Basically, his cars are falling apart. And I guess they got a real problem here. It's like this kind of thing. So they just panels just come off. Now they've had production problems for a while, and now I guess deliveries are on hold. There was like 8 people complaining that, hey, where's my truck kind of thing. On top of that, there was a YouTube video that came out recently. If you want to watch it, you can. Let's tell you. It says here, Cybertruck suffers catastrophic failure in its stress test. I think it's what's this guy? It's I forget this guy's name. You can write in the comments, but if you want to watch the video, basically they test the towing type thing, and the Cybertruck falls apart, and then they did a Dodge Ram. The Dodge Ram does fine. So there's that. It's a shoddily built vehicle, and basically the Cybertruck is designed by Elon Musk. He had a heavy hand in this thing. He wanted to take the full reins of it, I think he always says something like make the future look like the future. I think that's what he always says. But the thing is that the things don't work. Like, for example, this also came out today. Rescuer at fatal Tesla Cybertruck crash says doors wouldn't open. And so, I know we make jokes about Tesla and Elon and stuff like that, but you do have to understand, in all seriousness, these are vehicles that can really hurt people, or you get in a wreck and the rescues try to come and you can't open the doors. Right? Or if everything's electric and like you have a power failure, and the only way out is find some sort of emergency release, because there is one in there, but it's like really hard to find. It's a massive issue. Right now, Tesla owners are already feeling the brunt of the kind of the backlash against Elon. And we have a sense of humor about this stuff, but I just want to kind of go over the complicated issues with this stuff. So, for example, in this one, in Kansas City, right in KC, Elon Musk Tesla Cybertrucks now can come with an added feature, the middle finger, right? So I guess people are flipping you off when you drive around in your Cybertrucks. I think Cybertruck in particular is different than the other vehicles because you come across as like a super Elon fan, right? Like only the hardest core Elon fans would buy these things. This was even a letter going around. It's kind of interesting. I hadn't seen this one. It says, and this would be like to your neighbors kind of thing. Sorry about your swastika. We know you didn't sign up for this. Once upon a time, Teslas were cool. They were futuristic, fast, and felt like a step toward a better world. No one could have predicted that Elon Musk would go full Nazi apologist. And now here you are, driving around in a rolling PR disaster. But don't worry, there's still time to get out before the resale value crashes harder than Twitter. And that actually is a real problem right now for people because, guys, I totally get it. You might be in a situation where you actually do want to sell your Cybertruck or your Tesla or whatever, but no one's out there to buy it. There's a whole bunch of these things for sale. I think it was like 14,000 are now listed on Auto Trader, and it's been going up. People just keep dumping their trucks and their other Tesla vehicles, etc. Someone, I guess they took it into repair at the Tesla dealership or whatever. And I mean, you can see here the headline is swastikas did not fully come off. It's funny and sad at the same time. I'll just say that. So I do have some sympathy for people of like, hey, I don't necessarily like Elon and stuff like that. And I'm trying to dump my thing, and this happens, so I get that. But then you have other ones like this where people are just kind of asking for it. Where some guy was like trying to lower his jet ski into the water, his Cybertruck sinks. And Elon Musk before was promising you that Cybertruck was going to be a boat, right? So that's why this stuff's funny. It's funny, sad, and complicated all at the same time. But you're dealing with a dude that's messing with your money, your jobs, and now his company is like, hey, win a free trip to Mars, and they don't even have the capability to do that. Like how do we even talk about this stuff? It's absolutely insane. This is the headline I was mentioning before. It was Auto Trader. Yeah, 14,000 used Teslas are now on the market. So I think that the value of these things are plummeting. Already though, EVs are a tough used car market because the battery situation, right? You can't replace them, and so once the battery goes, you got nothing. Congress is looking into it. Elizabeth Warren is calling, and other senators and such are calling for a probe to Elon Musk at the White House, right? Like, what are you doing selling Teslas? Because the White House, shouldn't be used in this way as a car lot. Here's a quote here. She said, grocery prices are soaring, housing costs are skyrocketing, retirement savings are plummeting, but Donald Trump thought today would be a good day to play car salesman. So there's that. On top of that, I mean, and there's always stuff to go along. You have to understand, like, kind of who the people are that are working for Musk and who they surround themselves with. And I've told you guys this several times. They're a bunch of sort of just people that are, interested in enriching themselves. They're not there to serve the people. This was a good example of it. This was just a couple days ago. Trump official ran Instagram influencer account from the Doge office. So basically there was a staffer trying to sell you clothes from the White House office. And or not the White House office, but the Doge office, I should say. But you're not supposed to be doing that on federal property kind of stuff, right? I mean, don't use your office to profit for yourself. And I think the person already deleted their posts, etc. But that's the kind of people that they're surrounding themselves with. They care little about ethics and stuff. And on top of that, this was a wild one. Musk reportedly has a video game setup in his government efficiency office. When you hear the description of this one, is he had one of his staffers go out and buy him a big TV. Musk has assistants, and it says here, but his responsibilities apparently extend even to secretarial tasks. Quote, this is from Politico. Upon Musk's request, Young procured a massive TV for Musk's office in the Eisenhower Executive Office building so he could play video games, according to a person familiar with the situation, granted anonymity to speak freely. And so that's Musk's priorities, right, is to fire you, replace you with robots, make these ridiculous promises that we're going to go to Mars for free. And then he tells his staffers, hey, go buy me this big TV so I can play video games. That he's supposed to be the efficiency office. This is how absurd our news is every day. There was even a reporter that was dealing with Musk earlier. She was calling him an adult toddler. That I guess he called her like 10 times because wanted to get to the White House. This was back when Biden was in the White House. I've actually heard this kind of stuff before. This is not the first time. So basically, I'll give you another example. When Musk first joined Tesla, because Musk is not the original founder, he's sued to be named a co-founder. But the original two, they were just regular people in terms of like behavior. And whenever there'd be a story of Tesla or something like that, Musk would always want to be featured, get his photo, and make sure his name is prominently there. And if it wouldn't be, then he would call the original founders and be like, why am I not in the article? And blah, 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 blah. So that's the kind of person he is. So he'll call you 10 times if he doesn't get his way. He's an adult toddler. On top of that, and I want to go through those stuff because you have to understand who these people are. Doge makes its latest errors harder to find. That's over on their website. So they're trying to obscure their numbers. Whilst, Elon always says all the time, oh, we're the most transparent. We're so awesome. But a lot of stuff, he says like, is frankly, we know he's on substances, but what exactly is substances is he on? I don't know. I know some of them. I don't know all of them. You get various reports on this. So that's why he comes across really erratic, comes across as like a child, this kind of stuff. He tweeted this out just a few minutes ago. The European Union, imagine you love so much being governed that you want a government for your government. So he's trying to make the case that you guys, I guess, are all communists. That's the sickle and stuff. But who knows? That's Musk. He's also bragging about getting money from Dubai. You can see that there. Recently, I guess, now they're going to go for money from Israel. This is Netanyahu saying, putting out an article. I guess they're going to have government officials over there buy Teslas. Elon Musk says much appreciated. I think, Musk companies are really in trouble as people don't like him. They're not going to buy his, vehicles. So now he's like, hey, I'll save my company by getting governments to buy it. That's the headline. Israel asked Tesla to bid on tender for top official cars. And then he messages stuff like this on his Twitter. And honestly, guys, I don't quite understand this one. That's why I'm showing this one. Sometimes I like to ask help from the community if you understand this thing. This is Elon Musk, 16 hours ago. It says here, envy was once considered to be one of the 7 deadly sins before it became one of the most admired virtues under its new name, social justice. I don't know. I don't get that one. I'm not a stupid person. I don't. Sometimes the stuff that Musk puts out, I don't get. So I don't get this one. If you guys understand this one, let me know. I really don't know. But that's the kind of stuff that they're tweeting out there. I really don't know. Also, what I'll say, what I do know though, is that they want to privatize the USPS. They signed some sort of deal with that. What that's going to entail, I don't know. So because you'll hear these reports from time to time, right? Well, something will leak, but then we don't get the full details. And if I get that later, I'll let you know. This is what it said. U.S. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy told Congress he signed an agreement with Elon Musk's Doge government reform team to provide assistance to the money-losing agency as it works to address, quote, big problems. And we'll see what that assistance ends up being. I kind of think the way that things are going, you can see that he's having, Trump sell Teslas in front of the White House. Now he's making a deal with Netanyahu to buy Teslas or whatever. I have a feeling he's going to try to get the post office to switch all over to Tesla. I think that's how Musk is going to try to save his company. But this is sort of what the Musk people and on that side of the aisle, if you want to say, want to do is they want to privatize as much stuff as they can. For example, this was I think it was BlackRock, if I remember correctly. Social Security faces uncertain future. Some question whether the program should be privatized. The argument that they'll make for privatizing Social Security is like, hey, look how awesome the markets are. Just throw your money in the markets and you're all going to be awesome. That's basically it is. And my feeling on this stuff is just don't gamble or screw around with Social Security. We should be strengthening it, not necessarily privatizing it. So you're going to get different points of view on that. I'm just showing you guys what's going on. And you have to understand sort of the world that the Musks come from, right? They come from, hey, everything should be for profit, etc. And everyone should listen to me because I'm the CEO. On top of that, this is actually really an interesting one. Tesla sent a letter to the Trump people, basically saying, hey, tariffs are going to be bad for us. There are some things we can't source in the USA, right? So a lot of car companies have this thing where, your sourcing of parts come from different, things, and you'd have to completely, change your supply chain, etc. And then Tesla wrote a letter to the Trump people, and no one signed the letter, which is kind of interesting. This was on Tesla letterhead. Are they using ChatGPT for this, or is someone too coward to put their name on it? I don't know. But I think Tesla's going to get hurt. It's not from just the retaliation against Trump's tariffs, but also countries will specifically target Tesla. So, for example, this was a really interesting one. Canada is getting aggressive. It says here, Tesla rebates axed in Canadian province targeting Elon Musk, right? Going directly after Elon Musk. So this has to do, it says British Columbia, Canada's third most populous province, pulled government subsidies for people to install Tesla chargers. And here's the quote here. It's just for Tesla, and it's because of Elon Musk. That's from EB, BC Premier David Eby. So go British Columbia, go Team Canada. More quote says here, I think that if British Columbians heard that $10,000 of taxpayer money was going to Elon Musk, they'd want to throw up. So remove them from the program. So this is what's going on with Musk, guys. I wanted to share all these things. And if you understand why we talk about this every day, that there's multiple reasons. If the stock plummets, right, and it can go to zero, it totally can. It's it. It's over for Musk. I mean, his wealth is greatly tied to that thing. No one really likes the guy that much, but they do like his money, right? And if his influence, drops because he doesn't have any wealth, like suddenly everyone's going to dump him, and that's kind of what we're watching as people dump Teslas. And then the other thing is too, obviously, he's creating the most disturbance out there by firing you, trying to mess with your money and all these things. And, how long can this go on as the lawsuits keep pouring in? And that's why we're watching this stuff together. It is the craziest drama that I've ever seen in my life. I think this is going to end very badly for him as we see, he creates more and more enemies. Anyway, want to hear your thoughts on this stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next video.